Buckle up, because we're diving into the wildest celebrity scandal of 2025 that's got Hollywood, Washington, and every group chat in America buzzing louder than a beehive at a picnic. Picture a Los Angeles courtroom hotter than a summer barbecue, a former president sipping Diet Coke like it's his life's mission, and a music mogul's empire crumbling faster than a cookie in a kid's sticky hands. Oh, and did I mention whispers of high-stakes drama? Yeah, we're not just spilling tea today. We're flipping the whole teapot and adding a splash of lemonade for good measure. We're talking Diddy, Trump, the Chrisleys, and a conspiracy web so twisted it makes your aunt's soap opera obsession look like a bedtime story. Ready for the juiciest, most jam-packed ride yet? Let's roll. It's May 2025, and Los Angeles is dishing out drama so thick you could cut it with a butter knife. Sean Diddy Combs, the guy who once had the music world eating out of his hand and threw parties that made the Met Gala look like a backyard potluck, is stuck in a trial that's tearing the glitter off Hollywood's shiny exterior. We're talking serious allegations. Think racketeering, manipulation, and a courtroom circus that's got everyone glued to their screens like it's the season finale of their favorite show. Meanwhile, down in Florida, Donald Trump, golden hair, brash attitude, and all, is kicking back at Mar-a-Lago, watching this unfold on his massive TV, sipping Diet Coke like it's the secret to eternal youth. And he's got thoughts, big ones. Like, is Diddy getting a raw deal kind of thoughts. Yup, the former president's stirring the pot, and it's got everyone asking, what's the connection here? Before we dive into Diddy's courtroom saga, let's hit the rewind button to the Chrisley plot twist, because it's giving reality TV energy turned up to 11. Just days before Trump started musing about Diddy, he dropped a bombshell by pardoning Todd and Julie Chrisley, the stars of Chrisley Knows Best. These two were serving a combined 19 years for bank fraud and tax evasion. Yep, they were out here pulling financial stunts to fund a lifestyle flashier than a Las Vegas marquee. Think sprawling mansions, designer outfits, and vacations that scream money talks. Prosecutors called them master swindlers, but Trump, he said their sentences were a bit much and waved his pardon wand like a fairy godmother at a ball. Their daughter Savannah was over the moon, posting on Instagram like she'd just won the lottery. "My parents are coming home tonight or tomorrow," she cheered, probably doing a happy dance in a parking lot somewhere. But here's the spicy part. This pardon came right after Savannah's speech at the 2024 Republican National Convention, where she claimed her parents were targeted for their conservative beliefs. Coincidence? Or is Trump playing a master game of chess with his pardon pen? You tell me, fam. Is this just a favor to fans, or is there a bigger script being written? Now, let's zoom into Diddy's trial, because it's a roller coaster you can't unride. The LA courtroom is a pressure cooker, with testimony hitting harder than a summer anthem. Cassie Ventura, Diddy's ex and a singer who's been off the radar for years, took the stand and dropped a story that hit like a plot twist nobody saw coming. She described years of chaos, lavish parties that hid a darker reality of control and fear. "I was trapped in a nightmare for years," she said, her voice steady but heavy, painting a picture of a world where champagne flutes masked some seriously troubling secrets. The crowd outside the courthouse? They're not waving fan signs. They're holding banners, chanting for justice, and turning this into a full-blown movement. These aren't just fans. They're everyday folks demanding answers, and it's giving "we're not playing anymore" vibes. Then, on May 15, 2025, Jane Doe 1, a former dancer who worked for Diddy, stepped up and brought the house down. She described events at Diddy's LA and Miami mansions that sound like they belong in a gritty drama, not a music mogul's highlight reel. "I saw him push a young woman into situations that broke her spirit," she said, her voice trembling but resolute. The courtroom went quiet. X lit up like a fireworks show, and Diddy's "I don't recall" excuse started sounding like a broken record nobody's buying. But hold up, it gets wilder. A former Diddy security guard, who everyone thought had vanished like a magician's assistant, shows up out of nowhere clutching a USB drive that's basically a digital Pandora's box. This thing's packed with deleted messages, videos, and recordings allegedly showing Diddy rubbing elbows with A-listers, Wall Street tycoons, and, plot twist, some political heavyweights in super shady scenarios. Prosecutor Alistair Finch wasn't here for games, declaring, "This is undeniable proof of a network that stretches way beyond music." Suddenly, we're not just talking about Diddy's trial. We're talking about a web that could reach the penthouses of power. So where does Trump fit into this soap opera? Grab your popcorn, because this is where it gets juicy. Trump's been dropping cryptic hints about Diddy's case that have everyone raising eyebrows higher than a reality star's Botox budget. On Truth Social, he posted, "Funny how fast the media piles on when someone's down. Is there more to the Diddy story than they're letting on? Maybe a setup. Sad." At a Florida rally, he kept it vague but spicy, saying, "They love to lift people up, then tear them down. Sometimes it's not fair at all." He's not exactly Diddy's hype man, but he's not throwing him under the bus either. Instead, he's hinting at big forces pulling strings, sounding like he's one step away from hosting a conspiracy theory podcast. Then, at a Mar-a-Lago press conference on May 20th, 2025, he dropped the mic. When NBC's Peter Alexander asked if he'd consider pardoning Diddy if convicted, Trump said, "I'd look at the situation. If I thought someone was treated wrong, I'd think about it." So cue the internet losing its collective mind, memes, hot takes, and all. Why is this a big deal? Well, Trump and Diddy go way back to the glitzy New York scene of the 90s and 2000s. Think velvet ropes, flashing cameras, and parties where the guest list read like a Forbes magazine. Trump even called Diddy a very successful guy who built an empire in a radio interview, suggesting maybe envy's behind the allegations. But here's the tea. Whispers are circulating that Diddy's legal team is sliding into Trump's inner circle, maybe even dangling some valuable info for a get-out-of-jail-free card. A supposed leaked call from a former Trump aide claimed Diddy knows too much about some very powerful folks. Is this a desperate move by Diddy's camp? Or is there a real connection? Outlets like Politico and the Wall Street Journal are eating it up. With headlines like Diddy's Team Eyes White House links and hidden ties, the Diddy-Trump speculation grows. It's like a high-stakes poker game, and nobody's showing their cards yet. But wait, there's another layer to this onion, and it's got everyone on edge. While Diddy's trial is stealing the spotlight, Trump's been dodging some serious heat. 3 incidents involving threats to his safety in just over a year. First, July 13, 2024, at a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, chaos erupted when danger struck, and Trump hit the deck, walking away with just a minor injury thanks to the Secret Service's quick moves. Then, September 15, 2024, at his Florida golf club, a suspect named Ryan Wesley Routh was spotted with suspicious intentions before he could act. He bolted, but got nabbed later. Now, in May 2025, intelligence reports are buzzing about a third potential threat, possibly tied to foreign players and a rumored bounty from overseas. Fox News' Maria Bartiromo threw fuel on the fire, suggesting Diddy's trial might be a distraction from these incidents. Conspiracy? Maybe. But when you've got a former president dodging danger and a music mogul fighting for his freedom, it's hard not to wonder if there's an invisible thread tying it all together. Let's zoom out and talk about why this matters. Diddy's case isn't just about one guy. It's like pulling a loose thread on a sweater and watching the whole thing unravel. It's exposing a side of the entertainment industry that's less red carpet and more red flags. Well, think of it like finding out your favorite restaurant's kitchen is a total mess. Shiny on the outside, sketchy underneath. Cassie's story. Jane Doe 1's chilling accounts and that USB drive are tearing down the illusion we've all bought into. And Trump's comments? They're like tossing a match into a pile of dry leaves. His fans see him as a truth seeker, calling out a rigged system. His critics? They're fuming, saying he's siding with his rich pals and dismissing the victim's pain. Now, let's dive into the wildest theory. Could Diddy's case connect to the threats against Trump? It sounds like a blockbuster movie, but stick with me. That USB drive didn't just show wild parties. It allegedly caught some big-name figures in compromising spots. The Secret Service is now sniffing around, wondering if Diddy's just a pawn in a bigger game, maybe even one tied to those incidents. Republican lawmakers are going wild, calling any threat to a former president a serious issue for democracy. But Trump's team? They're suddenly clamming up about Diddy, with spokesperson Caroline Leavitt swearing there's no pardon in the works. It's like they're trying to fix a PR disaster with a single paper towel. What's the vibe on X? It's a straight-up circus, fam. Some users are shouting that Diddy's trial is a distraction from Trump's enemies. Others are heated, saying Trump's pardon talk proves he's protecting his old crew. One post nailed it. Diddy's got dirt on everyone, and Trump's playing both sides. This is bigger than we know. But let's keep it real. None of this is confirmed. It's all rumors, grainy clips, and speculation that could mean everything or nothing. What we do know is that the public's hooked and the stakes are higher than a skyscraper. Let's dig deeper, because this story's got more layers than a celebrity wedding cake. The Chrisley pardon isn't just a side note, it's a neon sign. Trump's been wielding his pardon power like a reality show host handing out roses, and the timing's got everyone raising eyebrows. Why now? Why them? Savannah Chrisley's been loud about her parents' unfair treatment, and her RNC speech put their story front and center. Some say Trump's move was a nod to his base, showing he's got their back. Others think it's a power flex, proving he can rewrite the script for anyone he chooses. Either way, it's got people wondering, is Diddy next on the pardon list, or is Trump just keeping us guessing like a cliffhanger episode? Back to Diddy's trial, that USB drive is the real game changer. Picture it like a digital diary spilling secrets nobody wanted out. Those recordings allegedly show not just Diddy, but a whole network of power players. Think music execs, finance gurus, and maybe even some political names, caught in moments they'd rather keep locked away. The prosecutors calling it a shadowy empire, and that's not just courtroom flair. It's a hint that this could ripple beyond Hollywood, maybe even into the halls of Congress or beyond. The crowd outside the courthouse is growing louder, with chants of "We want answers," echoing like a stadium roar. It's not just about Diddy anymore. It's about a system that's been hiding in plain sight. Trump's history with Diddy adds another twist to this drama smoothie. They weren't just passing acquaintances. They were part of the same elite circle, popping up at the same high-flying events where the champagne flowed and the cameras flashed. Trump's comments about Diddy being a successful guy who might be a victim of jealousy aren't just casual, they're a nod to their shared past. But is Trump genuinely questioning the narrative, or is he playing a long game? Some ex-users are speculating that Diddy's team is banking on their old ties, maybe even hinting at secrets that could shake things up if they go public. It's like a chess match where every move could change the board. The incidents involving Trump's safety add a whole new dimension, 3 in a year. That's not just bad luck, that's a pattern that's got everyone on edge. The Pennsylvania rally was pure chaos, with Trump narrowly escaping harm. The golf course incident was a close call. And now this third rumored threat has people whispering about foreign players and big money. Maria Bartiromo's theory about Diddy's trial being a distraction isn't totally out there. When you've got this much noise, it's easy to hide something bigger. But what and why? The Secret Service's investigation into Diddy as a possible decoy is only fueling the fire, making people question if these stories are two sides of the same coin. Let's talk about the bigger picture, because this isn't just about one or two people. It's about power, privilege, and what happens when the curtain gets yanked back. The entertainment industry's been selling us a dream forever, but now we're seeing the cracks. It's like finding out your favorite influencer's life is all filters and no substance. The victims' stories, Cassie, Jane Doe 1, and others, are a wake-up call, reminding us that fame doesn't always mean integrity. And Trump's involvement? It's a reminder that politics and celebrity are like peanut butter and jelly, messy when mixed. Whether he's genuinely questioning the system or just stirring the pot for clout, his words are shaping how people see this case. On X, the reactions are wilder than a reality show reunion. Some folks are ride or die for Trump, saying he's exposing a corrupt elite. Others are calling him out, arguing he's throwing shade on justice by even mentioning a pardon. One post summed it up. Diddy's trial is the tip of the iceberg, and Trump knows it. But is he saving a friend or saving himself? The speculation's running rampant, with theories ranging from political cover-ups to global schemes. It's like everyone's trying to solve a mystery with half the clues missing. But let's not stop there. Let's peel back another layer. The Chrisley pardon sets a precedent that's got everyone talking. Trump's not just pardoning anyone. He's picking high-profile names that resonate with his audience. The Chrisleys, with their Southern charm and reality TV fame, were a perfect fit for his narrative of fighting the system. Savannah's been pushing hard, framing her parents as victims of an overzealous justice system. Her RNC appearance was like a megaphone, amplifying their story to millions. Some say Trump's pardon was a strategic move to rally his base, showing he's got their back no matter what. Others see it as a test run. Can he pull off a bigger pardon like Diddy's without losing his grip? It's like he's directing a blockbuster, and we're all waiting for the next scene. Diddy's trial, meanwhile, is a masterclass in how fast a legacy can crumble. This is a guy who built an empire. Bad boy records, fashion lines, you name it. He was untouchable, the king of flash and swagger. Now, he's fighting to keep his freedom. And every new piece of evidence is like another brick falling from his castle. That USB drive isn't just a plot device, it's a wrecking ball. It's got people wondering, who else is on those recordings? Are we talking music legends, business tycoons, or maybe even names that could shake up the political world? The prosecutors' talk of a shadowy empire isn't just hype. It's a signal that this could go way deeper than one man's mistakes. Trump's comments about Diddy aren't random either. He's not just tossing out hot takes for fun. He's calculated, always has been. By hinting at a pardon, he's keeping the spotlight on himself while stirring up debate. His supporters see it as proof he's above the fray, willing to question the narrative. His critics, they're calling it a betrayal of justice, especially for those who've shared their stories. It's like he's walking a tightrope, and one wrong step could send him tumbling. The question is, does he really believe Diddy's being set up? Or is he just playing to the crowd? And what about those old New York connections? They partied together, sure, but how deep do those ties go? Ex-users are digging, and the theories are wilder than a tabloid headline. The safety incidents add a layer of urgency to this whole mess. 3 close calls in a year? That's not just a coincidence. It's a storyline that's got everyone on edge. The Pennsylvania incident was a wake-up call, showing how fast things can escalate. The golf course scare was another reminder that danger's lurking. And now, with talk of a third threat, possibly tied to international players, people are starting to wonder if there's a bigger plan at work. Romo's suggestion that Diddy's trial is a distraction might sound far-fetched, but in a world where headlines move faster than a viral TikTok, it's not impossible. The Secret Service is digging into Diddy's case as a potential decoy, only adds fuel to the conspiracy fire. So, what's the real takeaway? This saga's exposing the underbelly of fame and power. It's like finding out your dream vacation spot has a roach problem. Suddenly the shine's gone. The entertainment industry's been peddling glamour for years. But stories like Cassie's and Jane Doe 1's show, there's a cost to that sparkle. Trump's role, whether he's a skeptic or a strategist, highlights how tangled politics and celebrity can get. And those incidents? They're a reminder that the stakes are higher than ever, not just for the players involved, but for everyone watching. As we speak, Diddy's trial is still unfolding, with more witnesses and evidence dropping like episodes in a binge-worthy series. Trump's pardon pen is still a wild card, and those safety concerns are keeping everyone on pins and needles. Are we watching a house of cards collapse? Or is this just the opening act of a bigger drama? One thing's for sure, the truth's out there, and it's messier than a reality TV finale. So what's your take, fam? Is Trump's Diddy talk a bold move or a risky fumble? Is there a grand conspiracy tying it all together? Or are we just chasing shadows? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm reading every single one, and I want your spiciest takes. If you're hooked on this drama like I am, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss a beat. We're diving into the chaos every week, so stick with me for the wildest ride in celebrity news. Until next time, keep your eyes open and your tea hot. This story's just getting started.